Hi friends, this is Venkat. Yeah, I'm just making one video which is completely related to technical Java and RESTful web services related one project. Some of the friends are some of the BTech, just they have completed BTech. They are planning to learn Java, and yeah, they have learned. Some people learn Java, and some people planning to learn web services. Some of the friends asked me just create one sample application of RESTful web application and testing web application and creating web application, not web application, I can say RESTful web application. They asked to me create and run, so they asked, and for that I'm making the videos and I'm just publishing this into the YouTube, and I think it will help to other people also, kind of anybody planning to learn uh, RESTful web services, are they have started their career into the IT after their BTech. If you get the offers, right, the stream, suppose they got the Java J2EE technologies, obviously they have to learn this web service also. So for them this will help, 0 to or freshers, 0 to 2 or 3 years experience, up to that range experienced people. My video will help definitely. And here I will show you the very basic very basic. Suppose how to create web application, what is the server, the flow of the application, testing the application. I'm planning to explain this one. This will help. There are some trainers after their BTech they got the job into MNCs. For them it will help a lot, I think so. Okay, let's start then. Okay, first of all, I'm just what are the softwares required for this, for creating this web application. Just we need Java nowadays. Most popular is Java 1.8 and Java 11. We need this in our mission. Java 1.8 or Java 8, we can say Java 8 or Java 11 installable software required. And after that Eclipse is required. And after that Tomcat. What is Tomcat and what is Eclipse, will tell you. And after that Postman, or Chrome browser. Okay, these are enough to test this very small application. See, Java is the software which we need to install in our local machine. Eclipse is a tool, which is, we can say, IDE, not tool, it's a IDE. If any Java developer, if they are working in the project or anything, Eclipse is very famous and famous IDE nowadays. IntelliJ also came. IntelliJ and Eclipse very popular two IDEs for development, and for development our web application, for development the any application, web application or REST services, Spring Boot, anything. The Eclipse is very important. We should know there are lots of operations or lots of things for the, Eclipse. Okay, Tomcat is a server where we will deploy our application. Tomcat is a server means we should deploy our application, then we can send a request, we can get the response. So for that one, see, once we develop the application, right, we should deploy somewhere. Without deployment, what is the use of developing the application? If you deploy, then only we can get the benefits of that application. So for that we need the Tomcat. Okay, the Postman or browser. Postman is nothing but I'm not explaining Postman much today. I don't have, I think, the installable even. Yeah, I will tell you later. Actually, Postman is a tool where we can test our RESTful, means our web services. Like we have a endpoint URLs, REST, post, or put different URLs we have. We need to test that one. Then we need this software. If you want to test the RESTful web services, then we need the Postman. Browser is, we can test the browser also, but get request only. If suppose we are retrieving some information, only for that purpose, we are not sending any data, we are not putting any data into the headers, we are not sending any parameters to the server, any parameter to the application. Just browser is for testing the get request we can use. Okay, Yeah, postman we can use, we can play with the web services, we can test, we can get the output, we can send the parameters, we can send the header parameters, authentication, everything we can do in the postman. But browser is for testing only simple get request, we can use the browser. See, these are the minimum software which are required to develop very simple restful web application. Restful web application, okay. Yeah, now suppose I have installed Tomcat in my sorry, Eclipse, not Eclipse, I have installed Java in my machine. I want to test which version I have installed, then I can use this command, where, what is that, yeah, PRSION, okay, version. This is, see, I'm seeing the Java 11, that means Java 11 was installed in my machine. Then see, once installed the Java, I need to check whether the Java compilation and Java runtime environments set or not properly. We have a control panel, we have these things. See, if you go to the control, this is very important configuration thing. Go to the control panel, program files, not here. Sorry, I clicked wrong. I think, where is this environment setting, right? Wait, not this one. Control, system variable, right? Where is the system variables? I'm sorry, guys. Control panel, and after that we should navigate to mhm, network and internet. System variables. Where is the system variable? Sorry, not this one. Yeah. Anyway, I will show you this one. I think there is an option to check the system variables and all those things. Wait, uh, system variables, right? Okay, that I will tell you later. Yeah, here see Java, and here Java C, Java C. Here, see, when I click this Java C, I'm getting this kind of data. That means after entering the Java C, I can see this one. That means Java C, the Java and the path and class path was set it properly. If you set properly, then I can see Java C and this kind of text when we entered Java comments, Java C and Java comments. If you're not set at the path and class path, right, we won't get this one, or we will get some kind of Java path is not set in your mission kind of thing. If you want to see how to test the Java path, just Google it, nothing, no secret here. How to set Java path, right? How to set Java path, Windows 10, I think there is some option, just forget. Yeah, download, what is this here? Advanced system setting, yeah. Advanced system SIST. Advanced system setting. What is this, man? What is the advanced system? Right click on the computer icon. Where is the advanced system setting? Go to the search box and advanced system setting. Hmm. See, now came, right. We have entered wrong thing. Yeah. Now advanced system setting, right. Here, go to the. We'll close this, guys. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Here. Uh, See, I got this one, right. Go to the here advanced system setting, environment variable. Come here, path already set it here. Go to here, edit. here, and after that, come to here, class path, edit. This is the way we can set the system settings and all those things. Okay. In Windows 7 I have practiced the lot, but Windows 10 I think it's automatically recognizing. See, Java C and Java. This is the way we have to check the whether the Java installed or not. After that, go to the Eclipse. I have already opened the Eclipse here. Uh, yeah, I have already opened the Eclipse, and I can show you the Tomcat, right? Eclipse, I will tell you. Eclipse is just a tool. You can go to the Google and type Eclipse for Java. Eclipse download for Windows 10. Latest one we can download here. Come here. Everything we can do. Oh, see here. This is the downloadable, right? Can this one use download? If you click download, we can see some options. Just download, very user friendly. And after the same way, Tomcat. I have downloaded the Tomcat, which is there in my download folder. See, Apache Tomcat is here. Apache Tomcat 9 I'm using because it's the latest, I think so. Yeah, 10 is there, but 9 we can use. Yeah, this is the Tomcat. So browser we have anyway. These are the minimum softwares required, tools required for to run the small application. Okay, RESTful application. So yeah, yeah. Just myself. I told, right. My name is Venkat. I'm just my pic is here. I'm just opening. It's a bit funny. Okay, it's look like Junior NTR when he was acted student number one. Okay, now yeah, coming to this one. Yeah, now the Eclipse. Go to the Eclipse. Create. See, first of all, we need to create a RESTful web application, RESTful services, right? For that one, open the Eclipse, and after that, we need to do one very important configuration. For that one, what is that configuration is? We need to give the JDK path to Eclipse. How we can do that one? Go to the Windows preferences. Please note these steps: preferences, and after that, come to Java. Okay, here install JREs. Here earlier only by default JRE will be there. Then when we install Java, right, it's automatically it will come when we open the Eclipse, this option. But it won't, JRE will not support. We will get lots of compile time issues. Because of that one, to avoid those all, we need to choose the JDK path. See, I have added this one. I have clicked this check marks. Earlier, this is only one option which will come by default. But now, go to the add and the system VM and next. And if you click that one, very user friendly, we click that one, it will automatically add, then apply and close. What does this mean of this configuration? What is the use? We are choosing the JDK path to Eclipse. If you're not choosing, right, we will get lot of compile time issues and application won't run. Okay, this is one thing we have to do. And after that one, yeah, I think we not required any settings.xml file. Settings.xml file. See, user settings is already there. Yeah, this is for, see, we are downloading jars from the maven repo. Maven repository is nothing but is public. The dependencies is downloading from the Maven people repository. Maven people has maintained some repository. From there, we are downloading all the jars. Suppose once we are entering into the organizations, or you are assigning to the real-time projects, then they will share the your team meets or your team member, team lead will share the settings.xml file which contains dependency configuration, but it won't download dependencies from the Maven repo. It will they have their own repository, their own configuration repository. Jars will download it from their place. Its own download the jars from the public repository. Okay, for that one we need to add the settings.xml file. But as of now we are not using any own specific repository. Our using the Maven repository which is public. So we can download without any configuration file. We can download. Just close. Okay. See, this is the project. How to create the project I will show. File, new, others, here Maven depend, yeah, sorry, not Maven, web, right? Web, yeah, dynamic web project. Click next, give some project name which is meaningful to your project. Ever suppose you are going to create a employee details project, like you are saving the employees data, you are returning the employees employee attendance, all this, then employee app, like that you can give some meaningful name here. Project name is just sample, just I'm giving. See, Tomcat target environment is Tomcat because it is a server. It came automatically. I have configured earlier. Suppose if you're not configured, you can download the Tomcat and you can put into your drive and C drive or D drive, wherever you want. Then after the choose that file, the Tomcat path, then it will come automatically when we create the projects. Okay, this one. And next, here src main java, uh, 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 this one, right, sample. And okay, this is folder come. When we click the finish, right, automatically our application will be created. I did like this only. This is the personal, what is it, external server. I have created, the project name is external server. I have created normal dynamic web application, but I have converted this dynamic web to pom.xml maven project. How can we do is, come to here, see, here we have a configure, we have a configure, and here convert to the maven. Here there will be one option, convert to maven. So if you click that option, right, the web application will be converted into the maven project. So when what is the maven project is nothing but it will contain the pom.xml file. The pom.xml file very important, where we will add all the dependencies and lots of other configuration. The maven, the pom.xml file is the main file which will contain the dependencies and other plugin configuration. As of now we have added very less tags here, except dependencies we have not added anything. These are will come plugin, these are under build a plugin. This is nothing but we are just giving the maven plugin. And here also maven plugin, we have a version configuration under java version will be available here. This is very, if you, Maven is very light. We can learn lots of things if you enter into the project, right? If you see the pom.xml file, which will contains lots of dependencies, lots of dependencies. I think after 3 plus, I have attended one of the interview. They have asked me like, how can we know the project contains what kind of jars? If you want to add any new, suppose I am working into the Excel sheet, I will do some of the operations on Excel page. So what kind of what is your first step? My first step is I need to add those kind of dependency into the pom.xml file. Pom.xml file contains all the dependencies and other configuration that will tell you later. The first of all, it will contain only dependencies. If you want to work with some other, if you want to work with spring boot application, or if you want to work with a hibernate application, if you want to work with some other security, spring security, then you can add those related jars, those related dependencies into pom.xml file. Once the pom.xml file, if you run maven build, then all the jars will be downloaded into the your users.m2 folder. Yeah, you can understand the what is the purpose of the pom.xml file. Pom.xml file will help to add the dependencies when we, if you are working with the, if you want to add other classes, third party classes or other libraries, then you have to add those things into the this file. We can say that is dependency. I'm working with some PDF. I need to convert. I need to design one PDF based on the text. Then I have to add the PDF related dependency here. Then only that jar will be downloaded after maven run. So this is the place. Pom.xml file is the place where we can add all the dependencies. Okay. I think here we can define any plugin. We have lots of configuration. Once we understand this, what is the basic use of this pom.xml file, right? Other tags, you can just Google that one. You can understand. That is not an issue. Okay. And another thing is, if you once entering into the any project, I think you are not, nobody can create the scratch level very less people will create the scratch level project. All people will use the existing application only. So already pom.xml file will be created for you. Just you can analyze if you need, if you want to learn the things, if you want to learn the knowledge, then go to the pom.xml file, understand what is the use of each and every tag. That just you can understand pom.xml file is a place where we can add the dependencies. Okay, and the second one, see the project structure. If you see the project structure, expand this one. Yeah, this is the file pom.xml file because it's my main project which will contain all the dependencies. And after that, if you go to here, right, this is very important file, boss. src under webinf. If you are working with the JSP servlets, the WebINF is very important. Why? Because it contains lots of resources and it contains lots of configuration files also. One of the most important is web.xml file. And lib also. Lib is nothing but one folder where we can place all the jar files. See, now 2022. Earlier when I started career 2011 and 2012, we did lots of in that time. Spring Boot is not that much popular, and even not Spring MEC also. In that time, like JSP, Servlet, Strux is very most popular framework, and we have created all this kind of projects only. The lib we have not, I think very few people knows maven is coming to the like there are lots of projects is migrating into the maven. In that time, we are all placing the jars into the lib folder only, just downloading the jars, or somebody in the team, somebody providing the jars, and we are copy pasting into the lib contains all the jars. If you extract, right, we have a hundreds of jars there. Why lib? What is the if you place all the jar file into the lib folder, we have a lots of issues. Then we people are migrating into the web dot this palm maven related projects. This is the build tool, we can say build tool we are using maven. Now this is one file, this is the lib and file. I will tell you this web.xml file is the configuration file, is very important file. What is the required? We have lots of things here how to learn. And I'm just explaining the structure and folder structure of this project. See here, if you go to the src main java, we have a com.venkat. I have created one package. Inside one package, I just given one class. That's it. This is because this is only sample application. Not I'm not going to create very big kind of application. Just one sample application where we can see the just normal output. If you need to work with very bigger application, then we should know basic, right? Without knowing basic, what is the use of thinking about high level application? First we should know the things. uh, I think my strategy is always you can create, if you want to learn any new technology, always you can create very sample application. From there you can analyze enhance the our application. Then we can get the things very quickly and very understandable format. So yeah, I have created, this is the package. Inside we have a one class, right? Fine. Now okay, this is the three files are important: pom.xml file, web.xml file, web.xml file, and the one class. Okay. Now, yeah, now and now server, right? Go to the here Windows preferences, uh, server. Yeah, server. Not like here. We can use like this also. I think go to the here server, right? Yeah, click the server. You can see server here also. You can see server tab. Go to here. I have already added the server. If you want to add the server, then go to here, new server, then Apache, sorry, 10.9, and go to here, click next. I have added already, so that is the reason it's coming here. Or else you can choose the path where you have placed your server. After downloading, you have placed your server in some drive, right? I have placed into my download folder. In the same way, I think you have placed into somewhere. See, this is my Tomcat. In the same way, you can add the Tomcat and you can add that path to here. After adding, your server will be added to the Eclipse. Okay, this is the way of server adding. Go to here server, and you can add the server here, and right click on the that one server. That's fine. Now I'm coming to the explanation of this application. We need three resources. I'm closing this one. Yeah, pom.xml file, right? See, pom.xml file, I told, right, all the dependencies will be available. This is the dependency. I'm creating the RESTful web application by using the Jersey framework. So this is the dependency file. This is the dependency. We need this jar. For that one, we need to add dependency. Like this, we have added all the dependencies. See, this is the Maven plugin. This is a configuration Java 11 because I am using the Java 11 in this sample application. So suppose you are in your application we are using the Java 1.8, then you can replace 11 with Java 1.8, not Java 1.8, like that. Okay, see, careful on these things, very important. If you forget, right, you won't see, you will get some build issues. Pom.xml file which contains the dependencies. When, see, we have added all the dependencies, then when this dependency will come to into the my m2 folder, I told you, right, it will come to one in file users win, yeah, m2. Here in repository I can see all the Maven dependencies. All the dependencies are downloaded here, which are jars. This is the basic folder. Automatically Maven will understand that jars will be downloaded in this folder only. Okay, so for that one we need to right click on pom.xml file, Maven, sorry, where is run as Maven build. Here clean install, this is very important, clean, see, clean install, and click on the skip test, means that test cases, if you have any genuine test cases, it won't run. So just ignore those and run. This automatically, see, in the server automatically run. See, it will take some time because I ran already. For me it's take 15 minutes, that is the reason. Now it's take just seconds. Within 3 seconds it's ran. And if you see the build successful, means your jars, your dependencies are successfully downloaded into the m2 folder. So your application successfully build, your application ran successfully. That is the indication of this one, build successful. If build failure, means you have added wrong jars, or you have not added proper dependencies. There's some issues. Okay, yeah. And after that one, now we are entering into the actual actual steps. See, we have a web.xml file. See, web.xml file is nothing but which will contains all the servlet configuration. Web.xml file contains all the servlet configuration. If suppose, if nowadays I think people are not learning servlets or JSPs, now they are directly learning Java, and after core Java, and after that Spring or Hibernate. But JSP and servlets very good. If you know those things, right, we know how to web services will work, how what is the request trapping. These lots of things we can learn in the servlets. Because see, this web.xml file contains all the servlet configuration. I have added one servlet. This is one servlet. This is the configuration, the servlet mapping for this servlet. Okay, this is the servlet. This is the servlet mapping. Okay, see, I have added here the servlet name. What is the servlet name? It can be anything. You can add whatever name. But this servlet name and the request servlet mapping name should be same. Otherwise, the application will not run. This servlet name and this servlet name should be mapped, because this all servlet. This is the servlet. This servlet related configuration is this one. This is all one unit, we can say. This name and here in the inside the servlet mapping, servlet name should be matched. Okay, very important. Make sure this both should be matched. And after that, this is the servlet class. The servlet class is the front controller. What is this? This is the container. This is the servlet container. It is the front controller for the any RESTful application, and it will take our incoming request. When we send the request from the browser or from the postman, it will take the request and it will check the configuration, and it will forward the incoming request to particular class or particular target place. Okay, the front controller will take the incoming request and it will check the configuration, and it will send to the target place, means the particular method or particular servlet. Suppose in structs we have a front controller. which is the action servlet is a front controller. In Spring Boot we have a front controller. Dispatcher servlet is a front controller. In the same way, if you are working with the restful services, in the restful services we have a front controller. The servlet container is a front controller which take the request and it will check the configuration and it will send to the incoming request to the target environment. This is very important point, boss. See, this is the front controller. It will take the request and it will configure. It will understand this configuration. Based on this configuration, it will send the incoming request to the target place. Okay, yeah. Here, this is two. This is the servlet name. This name should be matched, and this is the servlet class name. And after that, this is the init param. This is the constant. Like we cannot change this one. This one we cannot change. This is not user defined. This is the Jersey framework supplied names. We have to define as it is. This is the jersey.config.server.provider.package. What is this means? We have to provide our package name. This is our defined, boss. See, I have created one package here, com.venkat.expansive. I have given this package name. What is the purpose of this package? We are telling to the front controller, hey controller, we can use this package name because this package contains all the configuration files. Suppose when we are forwarding the request from the browser to particular target place, this package will help to you to send the request to that particular class. For that one, we are using this package. This package contains lots of classes. Which classes you can go and see. This is the class. This package contains, this is the class. Okay. Yeah, we are defining this package name. After that, load on startup, I will tell you this one. Not now, after coming days. Load on startup, very important here. And after that, see servlet mapping. This name and this name should be same, right? This is very important for this project. What is this URL pattern? Why you have used rest.slash? Okay. If suppose when we send a request, then the request will come to the application. The application is nothing but this is the container front controller. It will take that request and it will check the incoming request contains this word or not. Very simple layman terms. The incoming request is contain this term or not. If it is contains this term, then it is forwarding the request to some other place. Next process it will forward. It is the incoming request will not contain this URL pattern or this string. We can say some error, 404 error something. I will show you that one also while showing the output. Okay, this is very important. Yeah, this is welcome file is nothing but suppose if you are working with the web based, like if you are working with the Structs, if you are working the Spring MEC, if you are working the JSPs and HTML, then if you want to, when we run the server, after running the server, you want to see the welcome, we want to see the one page, then we have to define those pages into the those files into the welcome page. But now we are working with the RESTful web services. It is not a based web application. We cannot see any UI related output here, so we can ignore this tag. It is not required. But as I'm explaining what is the use of this welcome file list. Once we run the server is running properly, that means your application is deployed into the server properly. Then if you want to see the starting page, then we can define that page into the web.xml file. Okay, sorry, that we have to define that file into the welcome file, welcome underscore file underscore list in this tag. So as of now it's not required for that one because our application is not UI related. It's a endpoint. We are creating one web services. We are creating one web services. Suppose the client came to you, hey boss, I am giving to the Aadhaar card number, I need the details. So it is not a web services, it is not a web application. Just we are input the Aadhaar card number, we will get the details. So it's kind of that kind of application I'm designing. I'm designing simple RESTful services. So this is no, we are not seeing the advantage of this tag. See now I will go to the diagrammatical representation. I'm opening the paint here. See okay, I will tell you, I think I will tell you later this one if you now. Okay, now come to here. This is the class. See what this class, which is very simple. This is the class and it's inside one method. we have some import statements. Which what is the import statement use? I think you have learned core Java. What is the important statement use? These import statements will help to, if you are working inside the class or inside the methods, if you are using these classes, then we should import this all the classes. Suppose I am using the media type as a predefined class. Here I am using, so I should import this import statement. I am using the get. I'm using the get annotation, so I should import this class. Okay, this is the class name. Inside I have one method which is returning simple string. What is that? Personal details are constructing, just sample application, so I have written here. uh, so here, see what are the yeah, now what are the annotations I am using? What is the annotations? I'm just stopping the server. Okay, what are the annotations I am using? I am using the at the rate of produce. What is the at the rate of produce will help? I have a one method here, get personal details. This method is returning one output. That method is returning one output. That means that method is producing one output. What kind of data it is producing? We should specify those kind, what kind of data it's producing simple plain text. So in the at the rate of produce annotation, we have to use this media type means what kind of data it's returning. Suppose it is XML data or JSON data or plain text or some other data. Suppose it is returning XML, then we should define here media type application XML. Suppose it is returning JSON, then we should define media type as a JSON format. Here in our context it is returning plain text, so we are using media type as a plain text. So for this one we need at the rate of produce annotation. At the rate of produce annotation will use always what kind of output we are producing, what kind of output the method is returning. So in that case, before the method we can use this method is, hey boss, this method is producing this kind of MIME data, media type data. Okay, and what is the use of at the rate of get? At the rate of get will help to, we are using the get method. See, we are using the we are working on the web services, right? The web services means HTTP is very important protocol. We should learn about the HTTP. HTTP contains, there are lots of 8 or 7 methods. One of the most popular, get, post, patch, put, delete, this kind of methods we have. But get and post we are using regularly. And get method is nothing but, when we use get, we are retrieving some data from the database tables, or we are retrieving some of the data, we are showing some output to the end user. So we are retrieving purpose or fetching purpose, we are using the get. Here just we are displaying this string, so I'm using the get method. So this is the get method. I'm in the RESTful services we will use at the rate of get. Okay, because if we are using the post means at the rate of post we will use. So because of that one we are using the get. And after that, at the rate of patch, what is this patch? We are defining the request path here. I will show you, I will elaborate this all annotation when we test the microservice. Okay, yeah, at the rate of patch is nothing but we are defining request URL path. Just remember, when we define the request path, when we define request path into the application or into the class, then we can use the at the rate of path annotation. At the rate of path means we are defining the request mapping path. Okay, this is the request mapping path. If you want to define request mapping path, we can use the at the rate of patch. This is the class level annotation, boss. This is the class level annotation. Okay, so yeah, now I have ready this. I'm done with this class. Expensive details.java. All resources I have defined. So now application is ready. I have only one services, which is get request, get services. I can see output now. Now what I have done, I have done my development. Okay, development is ready. What we need to do next is we have to get the output. We have to run the application and we have to deploy our application to the server, and we can see the output. How can we do in a local application? See, nowadays this is local deployment I am explaining, but into the real time or in a real time, if you are accessing IRCTC site, if you are accessing LIC, if you are accessing SBI, if you are accessing the PF portal websites, right? These are all deployed into the one server, one centralized server, which are there in the cloud, AWS cloud or some other Azure cloud, which are there in the on-premises or cloud. So we are based on that www.lic.com. We are accessing the LIC web page, home page. So they are deploying, because it's, what is the purpose of deploying web application into the host, into the server? For the public access. I can access, you can access, everybody can access, because for that only we are developing the applications and we are hosting and we are utilizing that one. Okay, we are reducing lots of tasks by using these applications. So for that one we have to deploy our application into the in one server. So but in our application, if you want to test in locally, developers what they will do, they can deploy the application into their local server. Okay, so my local server is Tomcat. So Tomcat is my local server where I need to deploy my application, boss. I'm just showing that one. Okay, see, I'm deleting this existing thing, where remove, and after that finish. Okay, yeah, now I have added the server, simple, I have added the server. And after that, see, this will create a var file, right? As I told, okay, in the pom.xml file we can define the var, sorry, here, right? Yeah, pom.xml var file. What is the packaging? What this means this application, after the build it will generate, the maven will generate you var file. How the maven will generate var file? Because this is the tag, for that we are using this tag. So the var file we are deploying into the Tomcat. We are not deploying the entire application into the Tomcat. We are converting our application into the var or jar. In this context, we are converting, not we are connecting. Maven tool will convert you the entire application into the var, and that var file we are deploying into the server. Okay, this is the server, and add that first one, add that one. I have just add, I have added into the server, finished. Now what I did is, I just added my application into the server. How I added my application? Just var file. Okay, for example, you went to the doctor, like he want to inject some medicine to you. That medicine having some, like in the bottle, or just by using the syringe he will inject into the body, right? In the same way, we will deploy into the var file into the Tomcat, not entire our project. See, not, we are not copy pasting into the entire project into the var file. Just sorry, we are not entirely copy pasting into our project into the server. We are just adding the var file to the server. Var file is the compressed file which will contain required data. So I have added the var file into the server. Now what I'm doing, I'm publishing. Just you can do the publish, and after that one I'm starting here. See, start option will be there. I'm starting the server. We can see the all the logs in the console. See, this is nothing, very simple application. So it started within seconds, within milliseconds, not in even 1 second. Within not even, it won't take 1 second also. Within millisecond it started. See, the server is started. That means we don't see any error or exception. This is means we don't have any exceptions or error or compile time issues. We don't have anything. Application ran smoothly into the server because server started properly. The server, each and every server contains one port number, right? Tomcat by default port number is 8080, you know, right? See, if you want to see this port numbers, if you want to change the port number, there is one way. I think here, properties. What is open? See, yeah, this is the way. If you click here, right? Click here, open, then this window will open. You can change the port number here. By default 8080. If you want to change 2022, then change here. Okay, it will run under that port number. See, I have started my server, the server contains the var file. Means I have deployed my application to the server. I'm done, boss. See, I have developed the web application and I have deployed into the server. But I want to access this one without accessing the application. How can we know whether application is ran successfully or not? See, if it is the web application, I can go to the UI. I can see whether I can able to log in or I can get the data or whether I am able to saving the data. But this is the web application. How can I test this one? For that one, we are using the Postman or browser. But here, simple get method, so we can use the browser. Okay, I have browser. Then we can open that one. Where is this? Yeah, I have the browser. Can we test? If you have a browser, can we test? No, right? We need the endpoint URL. If you developed the RESTful services, if you developed the RESTful services after deployment, we should construct the endpoint RESTful endpoint. We should construct the RESTful endpoint. For constructing the RESTful endpoint, we need some format. We have some kind of rules and rules we need to follow that one, right? Where is the server host name specify? Where is the application? Where is the URL pattern? Where is the path we need to specify? The constructing the RESTful endpoint is very important. We can say this is the endpoint or URI or URI or URL, RESTful service URL. These are all names. First of all, see, for the RESTful services, we have a HTTP protocol. We have a two protocols. One is the HTTP and second one is the HTTPS. So we have a HTTP, then slash. My application is running one server. What is the server name? The server is in my local machine, right? So server name is localhost. Localhost. And what is the port number? 8080 is my port number. If I change the port number, then we have to change accordingly. If I change the port number 2020, then 2022 is my port number. As of now, 8080 is my port number. Okay. See, after the slash here, the protocol here, this is the rules we have to follow. This is the structure we have to follow to construct the endpoint for the RESTful services. If you develop the RESTful services, it's not enough. We have to test that one. For the testing the application or REST services, we have to construct the web services. We have to construct the endpoint URL. So for that one, HTTP localhost 8080, and here we can specify the application name. Application name. Okay, what is our application name is? What is our application name, boss? Here, see, this is our application name. Come to here and properties. See here, okay, I have given the application name. After that, what I need to give? I need to give path. What is the path? Yeah, I told you, right? This is the get. This is the path we have to give. See, how can the front controller? This is the front controller, right? How can it recognize? This is the front controller. Sorry, this is the front controller. This is the front controller. How can it recognize incoming request to send to this particular class? We have lots. As of now, I have defined one class. We have more classes. Can I define another class? Wait, I will define class expansive details, right? Then saving details. Saving details. Suppose. Yeah, I have given the path here. Just simple copy paste these things. Then copy this one. Okay, copy this one path. I cannot give both. See, I have given the persist details is the path. Okay, inside public string captures capture uh, capturing user saving details. Written. This is also get request. Actually, this is not get request. This is post request. Can we do the post? Just import this statement. Sorry, 1 minute. As of now, we are just running on string, right? For example, actually, we are planning to insert the details, capture user saving, whatever he is saving, right? He's daily he's earning some kind of money, so we have to save those details. So this is actually post request. I'm just stopping the server again because we have added the new things, right? We cannot stop, but yeah, as of now, yeah, I now see. This is the package which contains two classes. One is the get request and one is the post request, and one is the path is get expensive details. Second one is the persist details. Okay, the paths are different, the methods are different, but the incoming request, when I send the request from the browser or from the postman, how that request front controller will forward that request to this particular class. It may be forward to some other class also, right? What is the indicator? How that front control knows, hey, I got the incoming request, where should I send this request? Front control will use this path param, will use this path, and it will send to that particular request to this class. Okay, so for that one I will use this one. Okay, get expansive details. Okay, another we have another class, right? We will check that also. We'll see. Now my development is done. Then I am just cleaning this one, because see why the clean. Earlier we have not added this class, saving details have not added, so we have some changes. So already we have a var file here, we want to refresh that one. That is the reason we have to clean first. Yeah, we have to clean, and after that we have to re-add again. See, if you see, right, see here, var file republished. Okay, uh, add. uh Yeah, now you can add the file, finished, and again you can republish it. Okay, republished. Then I see I have a server, I have added our application will be generate where Maven will generate the var file for us. We need to deploy that var file to here, then we can start this one. Now we are starting the server. See, we don't have any issues, we don't have any exceptions or any errors or anything. So that means the application is successfully deployed into the server. Our application is successfully deployed into the server. We can see the server is started within milliseconds, and the port number is this is. Okay, then now I want to see the output of my application. How can I see? I have a this one, a URL, endpoint URL. Can I check this one? Can I paste and into the browser? See, I need to access my RESTful web application. How can I do? I have a endpoint and I am just entering into the here browser and I'm checking this one. See what error I am getting. My application is not working because I can see HTTP status 404 error. This means the application is not working properly. There might be some issues while developing, or what kind of issues we have to troubleshoot these things. See, there is no error. There is no error here. Nothing. Okay, don't know what happening. Don't know what happening. So what we need to do is, so see always check this one whether it is correct or not, the endpoint URL is correct or not. See, we have specified HTTP is a protocol, localhost is my host, the Tomcat host, 80 is the port number, after that application name, and after that the path we have specified. But I told you, right, when we enter the request here, when we enter the request here, see when we enter the request here, the front controller will take this request. The flow is the front controller will take this request. I'm opening here now. We will go to the diagrammatic representation. See here. This is my server. Where is this? Yeah. This is my browser. For example, this is my browser. And here is my application. My application was sitting here. Here the Eclipse. And I have written the all the here my Eclipse. And the server and running the application. Restful app. I'm running the Restful app here, right? I'm sending the request from where? From the browser to my application. I'm sending the request, and I'm getting the output here. From where? From the application to browser. I'm getting the output. But here, see, when I'm sending the request from here I'm sending, when I'm sending the request here, this request, the front controller will take this request and it will check the configuration. Based on the configuration, it's sent to the this particular application. And if it is working properly, then it will return the output. So this is the browser. I am sending request to the my application. So inside we have a front controller. We have a front controller FC. It will take the request and it will check the configuration and it will send to the proper class, means target place, and we will get the output again to the browser. So for this one, see where I have configured the front controller bus here. In web.xml file I have configured the front controller here. Okay. What will do this is, it will take, when we send the request will go via this file, the front controller. The front controller will take the request and it will check this configuration. Which configuration? These are all the configuration. It will check this configuration. This is the servlet. This is the mapping file. Servlet mapping file is this one. This is the servlet. This is the mapping file. Okay. This will check the all the front controller of this one. Then we have to specify this package. See all the class. See, once the front controller will take the request and it will check this configuration. What configuration it will check? This is the package name. This is the predefined property. Here this is the user defined. This is not predefined. This is the name of our package. This is the name of our package which contains all the class which are annotated at the rate of path. Okay, see if you go to the here at the rate of path, which is go to here at the rate of path. This is the package where we have to define here. Okay, and this logical name and this logical name should be same. I discussed earlier, right? This both will same. Otherwise we will get the problem. You can experience that one. Change these names, both names, different names. External server 1 and external server 2. Test what output you will see. So this should always same. Then see URL pattern. what is the URL pattern? This is why you have defined this one is if the incoming request, if the incoming request contain this word, then only you can send a request to the particular place. Target place is to here. When the incoming request contains this rest word, that means URL pattern, then only you can process the request. Otherwise you can throw the error. That is 404 error. We can see, right? This is the 404 exception not found. The incoming request, this front control telling to the server, this is the leader. It is instructing to the server, hey server, if the incoming request have not this, it's not containing this URL pattern, then throw the error. If it is contain, check the what is the target class or target place to process further process. So here we are sending the request. The front controller will take, we are sending the request. Which request? I will paste this here also here. I don't think so. How to care of the See, this is the request I am sending. Yeah, this is the request I am sending from the browser here. I am sending the request from here. I am sending the request from here, right? I am sending the request from here. From the browser, I am sending the request. So this is the request. But this request, where is this URL pattern? This request won't have this URL pattern. Then front controller will understand this request is not coming. It's not included the URL pattern. So we are throwing the, it's telling to the server throw the 404 error. So that is the reason we are getting the 404 error. So each and every incoming request should have the URL pattern. That is here. Earlier we send one URL pattern, but it don't have this URL pattern. That string the rest string it don't have. That is the reason we are not able to see the output. So this is the configuration it using, and it will check the incoming request. The incoming request having the proper the method name, URL pattern, and all those things, path, the application name, and URL pattern. Then only we will see the output. See, then we can again construct the endpoint properly. See, oh my God. See, if you have any dot or anything, that's problem. See, this is the endpoint. This is the endpoint which you have constructed for the testing our local application. In the production or in the real time also same. What in the real time, what will change? This part will change in the real time, nothing. This part will change in the real time. Where is this here? This part will change. Here the local host is our server name. Suppose your application, this same application is hosted into the somewhere, some on-premises or some cloud, some EC2 instance we have hosted this one. Then we have to change this one. We have to give that server name. So that in that time it will work. Okay. So we are running our application in the local server. So we have given the local host. If we are running your application into the Amazon EC2 machine or somewhere, then you have to give that particular server name here, the IP address or host name of that particular AWS server, EC2 mission host name here. So now we will test this one. See, this is the server and this is the application name. This is the URL which is there here. Okay, this is the application name. This is the URL. And the final one is, what is this, boss? Can you guess this one? What is this? This is, see, up to this one, the server is passes to this one. Up to this one means, okay, rest is there, incoming request, the rest is there. So it will forward to this particular package. Where is this package? It will check, this is the package. The front controller will look into this package. It will read all these classes. It will scan these all classes. Then it will check whether the path, what is the path parameter of this one? What is the path parameter of this classes? Yeah, this is the path parameter of this classes. When the incoming request is having the same name, then the front controller will decide, yeah, this is the target place, then we should execute that particular class and the particular methods inside that one. So we will see the output, right? See, now again I will check this one in the browser, will explain again the final flow. Personal details are constructing. Where I'm getting this, boss? From here. From here. See, can we check? Can we change this one person? Can we change the URL? Because see, path param. Just we can change. Don't change all. Just this is enough. Can you open the other browser? Can you test what output we are getting here? See, something problem. Method not allowed. The method received in the request line. What is the reason? Can you guess this one? Very. See, we are using the post here. Can we change into the get? We'll change that one. We'll change later. Anyway, get method is working. The post method, I think. Wait, the method received in the request lines is method origin server must not be supported for the target source. That is the reason. See, we are using the post method, right? We'll see that one. I will see. See, now I'm pasting the again. Wait, I will check this one in the another browser, new tab. I can see the output, right? Okay, but post method is working. Why we can see here? My guess is I think we have used the post method, because of that one it's not supporting. We cannot test the post method from the browser. We can change into the get. You can automatically import. Okay, I have okay, you can just clean, but better wise I think not required. We will see. Start. What will happen? We'll see. Application started successfully within milliseconds. Then come to here. See, user details are captured here. This is, see, I told you, right? Only get method we can check from the browser. We cannot check the post method. That is the reason I have changed it. Just it's a not a get method. Actually, we are going to persist the data into the database table for tracking purpose, because per day what is the savings, or monthly what is his savings. For that purpose we are using this method. Always if you're defining the method, we have some reason. Without reason we cannot define any method, right? So for that one we are defining some method, and if you are post method we cannot check into the browser. So just I'm using the get method. So same personal details here. In the browser I have used the personal details. I can see the output. Am I right, friend? I have a two get methods in my two classes, which contains different method, which are get methods. I can access into the browser from the browser. So this is very important. I think I have seen lots of even 5+6+ years of people in the interviews how to construct this URI or endpoint. This is the way you have to construct. First application name, after that URL, after that get method. So this is the way we can construct the endpoint or URI or URL to test our application from the browser. If it is the get request, if it is the post, then you go for the postman. Okay, now go to this one diagram. See, this is the browser. From the browser we are entering the request. The servlet container will take the request and it will read this configuration. Suppose the incoming request is contains the rest. Yes, the incoming request is contain rest, because here rest. If you remove the rest, what will happen? We will get the error. Why error? The incoming request does not have a URL pattern. See, we are getting the error because the incoming request don't have the get method. Sorry, the URL pattern. Kind of security, we can say this is kind of like, if the URL pattern doesn't have the rest, how can I send to the particular target place? Suppose suppose you have person 1 and person 2, person 3. You are sending request to the person 3 via person 2. Okay, but you have to send something like some kind of recognition, right? Then only the request will go to the that particular servlet. I think in better example, in real time example, I can say in Ramayana. See, actually see Hanuman send a request from the Rama to Sita. In that time, he needs something, right? The golden ring. Otherwise, Sita Madevi will not recognize the request is coming from Rama or not. So in that case, then the same way the URL pattern will help you. If the same way this one uh, the URL pattern will help to you. If the incoming request contains this rest, then only we will get the output. It will reach us to the particular the servlet, and we will see the output. So this is the application, and just yeah, I'm done. So if you have anything, or please comment. If you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions, please comment. I'm uploading this my into my YouTube. Actually, this is my first video. Will provide some comments. If you have anything, I will improve. Thank you guys. Bye. Have a nice day.